Hey Gemini, how you doing? I hope well. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to jump right into it. We're going to use a Celtic cross using the energy deck. I can't seem to get those two words out. Energy deck. And then we're going to clarify as necessary as we go through the reading. I did do a pre-read for you, and the cards that you received were the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the King of Wands in reverse, and the Moon card. Underneath the deck was the Fool. Okay, so definitely I'm feeling like you have some decisions that you need to make, and also maybe some attitude that may be going around. But I feel like you're aware, or if you're not aware, we're about to talk about it. All right. Energy for Gemini, please. The thinking woman. Definitely. So the thinking woman crossed with anxiety. That's not funny. I didn't mean to laugh. It just tickled me because intuitively, it just tickles me when Spirit says the message that I feel. Okay, so when the cards come out that way. So my apologies, not to make light of your anxiety. Okay, not at all. The thinking woman and anxiety, you're definitely really listening and going through some thought processes. Okay, from your pre-energy, what I got was this could be a lot of things. This could be you just trying to decide how you want to move forward with work. Are you doing things that actually you're willing to sacrifice for? Are you sacrificing yourself just for the sake of others, and then maybe holding a tad bit of resentment for doing it because they don't appreciate it or see you the right way? There's also just kind of maybe the feeling of maybe you could be being taken for granted. There's there's an energy of you, career, family. There could be a lot that's changed in your family dynamic right now. Like some of you may be going back to work or thinking about stopping work or changing careers. Some of you have had children that are leaving the nest. Some of you are having, it doesn't even have to be children. It could just be anyone. Maybe getting a new roommate. All I feel is that there's some change there that's happening for you. And so you're reevaluating and looking at how you want to move forward. And that's important to you. Because there's this feeling of you saying, you're trying to make some solid decisions. Like, I really want to make some decisions and move forward towards that. Okay. What's the basis here? Yeah, for your anxiety, the thinking woman and the anxiety, it's like you are very much in thought mode, and I feel like there could be a lot of thinking about the finances, or really building a strong foundation, a structure for yourself, a structure. Stability is the word I'm looking for. Stability for yourself. And so I'm feeling like this man holding a coin can kind of resemble this King of Wands here type of energy, where you're saying, what do I need to do to move forward? How do I need to move forward to make sure that I have everything that I need, so that I can kind of chill and relax and truly be this Queen of Pentacles? You may be focused a little bit too much on the financial part of things. So it might be time for you to take a breather on that and really recalibrate and rebalance yourself when it comes to that, because that's what's giving you the anxiety. If the money is there, the money is there. If the money is not there, then the money is not there. Okay? And sitting there for however many hours thinking about it, is not really helping you, especially if you're thinking about how much it is not there. You're really going to have to just go ahead and learn that act of manifestation and law of attraction, and you start saying, thank you so much for coming through for me. Thank you so much for that money popping up. I didn't know where it was going to come from or how I was going to get it, but there it is. And that doesn't have to be money. It could be that job. It could be that ride. It could be whatever it is. There's a lot, but I do feel like you want to make sure that you're mindful of what you're thinking about. What's in the past? What's in the past for Gemini? Yeah, in this time, instead of while you're sitting and thinking, you really want to control any type of anxiety. You want to say, oh, look at my brain. You trying to run off. Let me go ahead and reel you back in. And when you reel yourself back in, you go ahead and you say, okay, is it in the middle of the night, and do you need to be thinking about it, or can you put that really truly to rest? And if it's something that you need to put to rest, then go ahead and then do an action that helps to put that to rest. So either get off the computer, or don't answer get off the phone, listen to a podcast that you said you were going to listen to. Like, do something that's for your betterment in that particular time, and you recognize that you are over processing something, or that you're processing it very intently. Okay? Recognize that. Because let's go back into this martyr type of energy for a second. Because if you're going to do something for someone, you definitely want to do it for them out of the kindness of your heart. And I'm feeling like you do things out of the kindness of your heart, Gemini, but you also do them because you feel like you're obligated to do them. And you're kind of like, well, I'm not obligated anymore. And you're trying, it's weird. How can I describe this? It's some of you are agitated, like, I don't have to do this anymore. So you want to be mindful of your energy, because it's the anxiety that's getting you there. But you want to bring that anxiety back down. But you do want to, say no when you need to say no. If you're not feeling something, then say it, and try not to be guilt tripped into anything. Now, there could be people who are trying to guilt trip you. Okay? And you definitely aren't doing that. Okay? So, okay, what's behind? I'm sorry about that. No, it's not. I don't need to apologize. It's just, I know that was a little bit off. Let's get these cards out for you. Come on, Gemini. What's behind, Gemini? Okay, indecision in reverse. Good. You have made decisions, or the lack of making decisions. You've made some decisions that you want to change, but you're definitely decisive now. Or maybe you feel a little bit maybe you feel you're indecisive now. But in the past, you felt like you knew exactly what you wanted. That was that energy I felt earlier of, well, am I in or am I out? Or now I want to do this, now I don't. Okay? I feel like you've set down some foundations, or some what's that? Yeah, a foundation. You've set down the first layer of concrete, and now you're kind of back at a place where you're like, well, do I really want that? Now I'm looking at this concrete before I build up on it. What is it that I really want? And I'm kind of going back over and looking at that. So you've made some strong decisions in the past. Now you're reevaluating them again. Tell me what's going on in the thoughts. Gemini thoughts, please. Thoughts for Gemini. Wow. Okay. Caring connections, strategy, and a woman holding a coin in reverse, which feels again like this Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, your value hasn't changed. Just you're still a very valuable person. You could be feeling like you're being used right now, because I'm seeing the Queen of Pentacles coming out in reverse. I just feel like you're being taken advantage of, like you're constantly maybe giving and not necessarily receiving in return in the same fashion, or at least in a fashion that feels right for you, that makes you feel appreciated. Okay, and you're trying to figure out how to navigate your way out of that. Like you're saying, I do love you and I do want to do these things for you. You're also saying, I do want to work here. Like you're really invested in something, but you just don't feel like it's invested in you the same way. And so you're sitting there wondering, how can you change this? Feeling like maybe I've been working on this job forever and ever and ever, and I've been doing a great job, and I've been giving all my time and my energy, and I'm sitting up here doing this, and it's not really what I want to do. I really want to maybe work for myself, or do this other thing. And why am I not granting myself that permission? That's the question. Why are you not? And I think it might be that martyr in you who just feels like you have to do it because you're obligated, or you think it's the right thing to do, or it's no, like don't do that. And then because you do it, you're kind of, sometimes I feel like there's a little bit of frustration, or either you're just feeling kind of like unappreciated. Sometimes that comes out in anger, sometimes it comes out in stress, or it comes out in tears. But you're definitely, I feel like, people, maybe you just don't want to feel like you're just there for what you can provide. You want really relationships that people love you in. Not saying that they don't, but I think you get my gist. The goddess of the moon is coming in on what is about to happen energy for you. And this card is just like this moon card for me. I feel like you're really taking the time to go within yourself and ask yourself, what am I not seeing here? Why am I doing the things that I'm doing? And you're really investigating it. Because you are at a crossroads. Oh, wow. Well, she is at a crossroads in this little thing. And these two towers here just put that. But I feel like you're at a crossroads in your life, and you're like, okay, you could have maybe had like a birthday or something, or you could have just something just kind of gave you this nudge to kind of look at things and say, I want to change. I want to do something different. I've been doing this, and I don't know if this is exactly how I want to finish out this thing called life. I want a little bit of a new adventure. And so that's where that Fool card is coming in. And so I think you're just taking some time to really try to tune in to your emotions and your feelings. And because there's things that are changing in your environment, you may even have more time to focus in on these things, but instead you may be sitting there wondering and stressing over stuff that you really could be using that time more positively on. Emotional concerns. Yeah, your cards are taking a while to pop too, so I feel like emotional concerns, appreciation in reverse. Yeah, either you're not feeling appreciated, or you're not appreciating some people, but there's just definitely a lack of appreciation happening here. And okay, excuse me. There's a lack of appreciation here, and I feel like, Gemini, you're saying, hey, do y'all see me? And you may have to make some decisions that you may have to be a little bit of a hard ass. You may have to do the hard no. I see her in this garden with these thorns, and sometimes going into that beautiful garden, or going to a place of happiness for you, for in this instance being that beautiful garden, she just may get plucked or hit with one of them, poked with one of those thorns there. And so you may have some tough decisions that you have to make that may hurt a little bit, but you, in the bigger picture, you're doing it because you want to be surrounded by, beauty, love, appreciation. You want to feel that way, I suppose. Okay. And environmental factors going on with Gemini. Environmental factors with Gemini. Environmental factors for Gemini. These are things that may be going on around you, or maybe how people are seeing you or interacting with you. What are environmental factors for Gemini? Yeah, like I was saying earlier, your cards are taken. Every time I get ready to say it, they pop. Like, don't say that about us. Fifth chakra archangel Gabriel, which is your throat chakra. Don't say that about it. See, I feel like there's a hesitancy to speak your mind. Okay, to really come from a heart space in a kinder way, in a nice way, right? Because sometimes we get so flustered that we don't know how to express, and we just end up just and it happens to all of us. You know, I feel like you want to control that temperament a little bit by allowing allowing yourself to express. Environmental factor also could be that I feel like you are sounding off. Some of you are sounding off. It's just not nice how you're sounding off. And some of you are recognizing that you're sounding off kind of harshly, and that you want to work on your communication skills. Okay. Some people may feel like they can talk to you. Some people may not. It's just like once you kind of get to it's just no. You're not going. It's no talking to you, and so communication is going to be very key here. Ooh, I'm just having a whole body burst of heat flash. Okay, your hopes, your attitude. What are you thinking about? What are you wishing for Gemini? For Gemini. The gate and the garden. Okay. You want to go. You want to explore more. I feel like this is the Fool card. You want to take a leap and go. Take that key off your neck, unlock that gate, and go out there and explore some more. You want to do some other things, or maybe you want to try to have a different viewpoint or perspective. But I definitely feel like you want to grow more. You want to grow in your relationships. You want to grow in your career. I just feel like taking a lot of time to think about your future. Is, like you're just saying, am I on the path? Am I on the right path? Am I doing the right thing? Is this what I want? Because I'm setting myself up for this, and this, and I just really feel like you're kind of saying you have to stay behind the gate because you've worked so hard on this garden. See, she's got that beautiful garden that's just all grass in the back, right? So I've worked so hard on this garden. I mean, what if I go out there, and try to tend out there? I don't know if it's going to come out as successful and beautiful as this one here. So I probably should just stay here. That's a lot more space to try to, maintain. You start doing that negative self-talk, okay? But somewhere in you, there is a desire for some changes, okay? Potential. What do you have for the outcome? Okay. I'm going to turn this chair for the rest of these readings because I keep popping these cards off this table. Oh, there's 3 here. Okay. A storm warning, Archangel Uriel, which is your crown chakra, and then journey. Okay. We're already 20 minutes in, Gemini, so let me not. I'm going to just go ahead and clarify what I need to clarify. What I feel like is there's going to be a big change in your world. There's an upheaval, and you're not quite sure how you want to go about it. So you are taking your time, or you're being asked to take some time to really get into your crown chakra, or get into your third eye, get into your spiritual zone, find a place of quietness, meditation, and so forth, so that you can kind of breathe and relax. In that first time, or that meditation, don't try to go in looking for answers. Just try to go in and just be at peace, okay? Just relax a little bit. You really, really need to do that. As far as clarification goes here, let's see what we got. I heard when I was doing your reading, or when I got ready to start your reading, that you wanted me to use this deck. And I haven't been using this deck for the other reads, but for some reason this is the deck that you called. Okay, let's see what we have going on with the thinking woman and this anxiety. Tell me about this situation. For Gemini. Yeah, Gemini, be very, really watch your words and your delivery, or listen to the delivery of other people. I feel like communication is really going to be important here for you. Either you're being very selective with your words, or either you're not saying anything at all, and it's just causing like a bubble, okay? Yeah, you're trying to get, yeah, that's pretty, sorry about that. Excuse me, Spirit. I was going to say, that's pretty obvious. We talked about that. But we have the thinking woman with anxiety. The clarification is for the 10 of Pentacles. Because we already know you want to be, and then the King of Pentacles basically comes out next, which I think is actually for this card here. Okay? You want stability for sure. Definitely, without a doubt. And you want to know how it's going to be continued to be provided. Are you in a relationship? Maybe just like, are you in a relationship just for the stability of things? Or are you truly happy there? Okay. Let's clarify these thoughts for Gemini. Tell me more about this King of Pentacles, though. I need to know a little more about this King of Pentacles. What's going on here? I'm seeing the King and Queen of Pentacles on the board, so I'm really feeling like there's a partnership, or either there's some duality within you, Gemini, where you're knocking stuff out. Like the King of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, they, to me, in the way I interpret them, they get along well because they know how to get stuff done and they know how to get to the money. And that's the energy I'm feeling here. It's like, yeah, but I feel like you're second guessing that. Like, is that really it? And you're the second zodiac sign that has this, I'm getting to the money, and it's the song, everybody mad, I'll be getting to the money. And yeah, I don't know if that was you still or not, or if it was another zodiac, maybe Leo, but I feel like that is something that you like. That's an energy that you like, but you don't know if it's what you would choose. Yeah. The Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, you don't know if that's necessarily what you choose. And it's time for you to kind of make a decision. This is what you're facing. This is what you're asking yourself right now. Do I stay where I'm at because I've planted my roots here and I can really see some of the benefits or the growth of my seeds, or what can I change? And I think maybe you might be thinking about the change as being super drastic, and it doesn't have to be that drastic, but it's definitely some change that you're desiring, for sure. Tell me about these thoughts. Yeah, in your thoughts, remember you have caring connections, strategy, and a woman holding a coin in reverse. Yeah. I'm seeing this strategy as a treasure map as well. Like, yeah, are you justice is coming out with the 5 of Cups. Yeah. You're unbalanced and you're not feeling really good about having to make a decision. Yeah. I think you're a little bit in your shadow energy right now. At least that's kind of what it seems like. Like for those of you who are popping off a little bit at people and kind of a little bit angry. If it hasn't happened yet, it's kind of brewing. It's brewing. So you want to go ahead and communicate that now before, so that you don't have to pop off like that, okay, Gemini? Anything else in the thoughts? Yeah, you're just looking for balance. You're looking for things to be fair. You're looking for, I want to say equilibrium. You know, it's almost like, really, Gemini, you also just really want a break. You want a break. That may be why this journey card comes out. Like, you know you need it, but you're probably just not doing anything about it. And this storm is just brewing and the brewing. It's just the brewing and the brewing. Because you're not saying something that you need to say, or you're not dealing with it right now. Okay, tell me about the appreciation card here. Or, excuse me, Goddess of the Moon. Clarify the Goddess of the Moon for me. Most of your video is just gonna be shuffle, huh? The Goddess of the Moon is the Hanged Man. Okay, you're being asked to just stop and tap into your intuition, okay? Because I feel like you're not doing that right now. Oh, that's a terrible view. I feel like you're not doing that right now, but you should, because that's your crown chakra. And then here's your moon energy, Hangman energy. The Hangman purposely does that. You put yourself in a position where you stop for pause and reflection, insight, and say, hey, what do I need to do? How can I look at things? The Three of Swords is peekaboo in there. Okay. Again, I feel like maybe you know what some of this is, and you just don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, or you don't want to come off as the bad guy. So some of you are just kind of being a martyr for certain causes that you really don't want to be doing anymore, it feels like. Tell me about this appreciation card, please. Why is it here? The Hierophant. Okay, commitment. That's the first word that pops in my head. But really, underappreciated for all the value that you've brought into the household. And you're looking for some type of commitment, some type of loyalty from others that says, hey, hello. That's all. Like, I don't even know, because what I get from you is that you're trying not to just pop off. For some of you, you haven't popped off yet, but I feel like it's coming. And some of you probably already have. But I feel like here you're saying, I just don't feel valued for all that I've done. I've been a teacher, I've been a nurturer, I've been a giver, I've been a lover, I've been a worker, I've been all these things. And yet still, yeah, something's happening, something's going on with you, Gemini, and it's just, I think you just want a reevaluation of why you're doing what you're doing, and have, is this the direction that you truly want to go in? Are you being so practical that you are sacrificing your happiness and your creativity? Yeah. Okay. Tell me about the garden and the gate, please. This is your hopes and kind of what you're wishing for. And again, there's just this curiosity, this full energy. Okay, tell me why the garden and the gate. Clarify that for me, please, for Gemini. The Seven of Cups. You want other options. We know that. Are you afraid of what they may be? It might be because you're afraid that the other options are not going to be any good. You're like, look, I worked so hard on this garden, and I go out there and I may not, that soil may not be as good as the soil in here. You feel you're really focusing, I think, on a lot of the more negative outcomes instead of the positive. And so that negative self-talk is coming in, and it's keeping you from really making the decisions that are going to keep you, that are going to get you happy and balanced and truly find the fulfillment that you're looking for. Yeah, the Nine of Swords. These are two cards, again, of anxiety. Well, they feel like anxiety, like I don't know what to choose. What am I going to do? I have all these thoughts in my head. Which way am I supposed to go? Why aren't people recognizing? And so you're really just kind of wanting freedom. Maybe even freedom from all this anxiety, freedom from just thinking so damn much. I feel like, Gemini, you deserve and you need a vacation, like a real vacation, like a different kind of vacation. You don't even have to go far. You just need a break, like a break. And when that happens for you, Gemini, it's going to be important that you actually treat it as a break, because you always say, I'm going to go on vacation and I'm not going to answer the work calls, but you answer them. I'm not going to call and do that, but you call. It's always a reasoning behind it. Oh, it's because I just want them to check in. You could text or something. There are other ways that you can keep in touch, but it's sometimes not so much that the others need you as much as you feel like you need to be needed. Hopefully that made sense. So when you go on vacation, go on vacation. When you take a break, take a break. That means turn the phone off, turn the computer off. Don't engage in don't do that. Fight the urge to want to go and do those things that you say. Because when you get back to your world and back to your life, it's all of that will be sitting there waiting for you. Okay, this time you really want to understand what it really means to stop and take a break and change the direction and go in the way that you want to go. Okay? You are not giving yourself that freedom. You are tying yourself into the same place. Like this young lady, she has the key around her neck. You are keeping yourself bound here. Okay? That's not nobody else but you. I'm seeing the King of Cups and the King of Wands in reverse. That's twice. Okay? Love yourself. Okay? Love yourself. The King of Wands. Take action, but come from a loving place, not from one of anger and frustration. This King of Wands, like I said, I'm surprised the King of Swords didn't come out. But the King of Wands is just, I feel like the King of Wands energy is saying, you're saying something because you're angry, or you're feeling, you may not even be verbally saying it, because you do have the fifth chakra here. You may not be verbally saying it, but you're thinking it, and it's causing you to want to do some action. Okay, you want to make sure that action is coming from a place of love. Okay, where you're actually saying, hey, let me stop and take a break and think about this for a minute before I make my next action, before I do the next thing that I want to do. Let me really, really pause for reflection, get in touch with my emotions, okay? Realign and just be at peace for a little bit, okay? I feel like that's that energy there. Okay? Five of Pentacles underneath the deck. Yeah, allow yourself to come out. This is another card of just really locking your own self in. It's the key is sitting right there. The door is right there, and you sitting there crying about the stuff. Get up. Get up, okay? You can do it. Go ahead. The Four of Pentacles in reverse. Release what needs to be released. The High Priestess. Listen to yourself because you're not listening. Once you do that, you'll come to a place of like peace and balance, and you'll know exactly where to go, and you won't be so defensive or worried about things. It'll also, here you come again with your this is the Lovers, is Gemini energy. Here you are right here with knowing yourself, getting in tune with yourself, coming from a place of making a good choice, not a bad choice. Really, I don't feel like you're really connected and seated within yourself the way that you like to be. I feel like you're a little bit more on the shadow side right here, this darker side, okay? A little unbalanced, okay? Just a little. Knight of Pentacles, so that moving towards a relation, or actually you want to be slow about how you move in your actions when it comes to your relationships, okay? Remember how I said you're feeling something, so it's making you want to do action? So I'm seeing the Knight of Pentacles. You want to be slow, right? You don't want to go fast and make judgments too quick, okay? Because I'm seeing the Judgment card, the Two of Cups with the Knight of Pentacles. Be calm, okay? Be calm in your energy. Don't make any rash decisions about how you want to move forward. But if there are some things that you know that you need to break free from, then break free from them and move forward. Let's go ahead and get some advice for you and close out. This happened to me in the other video as well. Okay, there was another zodiac that was like, just tell me a little bit about my what's going on in relationships and love. Okay, so I'm gonna do a quick little pull for that, and that's because I do see the King and the Queen here, of Pentacles, I believe is what's out here. Yeah, the King, the man, and the woman holding a coin. So let's see. We're going to pull those apart for a second. And let's just see what you two, those of you who are in relationships, or if this is your masculine and your feminine energy talking, but let's just see what the communication is between you two when it comes to love or relationships, okay? Let's do the man holding the coin first. Why is he here? What is he saying? What is he saying in relationships? What's being said here? The masculine. Okay. And then I'm seeing love strike, wear and tear, and forgiveness. Okay. Tell me about the feminine energy, please, here. What is she saying when it comes to this relationship? I'll take you. Love, hate, and choices. Okay, apology. Gemini, if you have not done it, and I'm hoping that most of you haven't, be mindful. I feel like you're about to explode. You're about to pop off. I'm surprised I don't see a tower here. Well, maybe that's what that storm card is. It's like a tower moment. Okay, I feel like the masculine energy is saying, hey, I love you. This is a little bit hard for me. I know that we've been going through some ups and downs, but I love you ultimately. And let's try to move forward, but can you forgive me? I forgive you. Or can you maybe this is your partner having an epiphany as well with you, that there's some change needed, and saying, hey, maybe I didn't see it when you saw it before, but let's just move forward. I also feel like this is your partner actually giving you forgiveness for the apology that you are going to have to give, because you're going to show your ass. So I feel like that may be something that's coming in for those of you who may pop off, but you will be forgiven for it because they'll be understood. This feminine energy here, I feel like with nostalgia, choices, and love-hate. Remember, this is, am I doing what I just, am I doing what I love? Am I in a position that makes me feel happy and comfortable? That reminds me of a certain type of good type of feeling. Am I doing those things, or am I doing things that I hate out of love? And do I want to? Okay. I feel like, again, you're kind of on and off sometimes, and that's just because of your energy. So maybe you've been a little bit dicey with your partner right now as far as your attitude, maybe. But ultimately, I think that the love is there and it's understood. But you're going to have to find a better way to communicate. Okay. Let's go ahead and get your advice. I'm seeing new beginnings just peek through there. Starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. Yeah, I feel like maybe there's energy, something that High Priestess showing up again. That maybe you guys maybe could discuss, or there's something that maybe needs to be forgiven. But there's an apology that's coming through. Yeah, for something that happened a while ago. Maybe some childish behavior, something to do with the child. Could be. But I'm definitely feeling like it's something from the past. Advice for Gemini, please. Advice for Gemini. Page of Michael. Be truthful, have perspective, analytical, and blunt. This is an exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. Review any contracts and documents thoroughly. There's the Empress again. I'm pretty sure she came out for you, or was that another read? Because I'll be getting confused. It was a different read. But there's the Empress. Time to act on your plans. Creativity is rewarded. Luxurious and abundant resources, okay? I'm definitely, that's an energy that you want to be in. You like to maintain that 10 of Pentacles, that Queen of Pentacles energy. You like having what you like having so that you can enjoy life. Okay, we have released the past. You will grow from this situation. So there is something that needs to be forgiven. And time heals all wounds, okay? A lot of sword energy, clarity, and communication. Swords are thoughts and words that need to be expressed. So go ahead and do that. Gemini, I hope that this was helpful in some type of way for you. And I appreciate you having this conversation with me. We will talk again soon.